What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Work, please. Black Sails, Season 1, Episode 2. You know, it's always really fun and exciting and interesting to start a brand new series and to see how they kind of kick things off. I feel like this is going to be one of those shows where, based off of that first episode, there's a lot of building to do between characters and worlds and stuff, because this is all new, at least to us it is. And, you know, we met a lot of pretty interesting characters. I feel like the story is fairly simple for right now.
Yes.
You know, Flint, he's the captain. He has his eye on this really, really giant prize that he's kind of kept to himself, and it's put him and his crew in a tough spot because they're not making as much money because they've been kind of focusing on something that the crew didn't even know what was going on. He was kind of keeping everything to himself.
Right.
And ran into this dude Singleton who, you know, pirate, typical pirate, wants to be captain, of course. I mean, what's the point of being a pirate if you don't want to be captain? What's the point?
You gotta have high goals.
Exactly. You gotta reach for the stars. You gotta think big. You know, long-term goals is what we always talk about here. And, you know, Singleton died for it. And Flint put up a good fight and proved to the crew. He opened up. He was honest. He doesn't necessarily have the missing page that is going to lead to the schedule to find the ship that they need. But...
well, they made them think
right.
that he
exactly.
has.
So he kind of misspoke thinking, oh yeah, that dude over there, what's his name? Billy kind of lied. He's like, oh yeah, it's the missing page. So Flint's like, yes, we're good. No, you're not. So that's going to be really interesting to see how he kind of wiggles around that and figures out that whole situation. But I kind of like the whole idea of going on this hunt and, you know, trying to figure out what the hell's going on, because he's got some shit to deal with along the way, because we met John Silver, who lied his way into the crew. I'm a chef. I can't wait to see once he, like, actually has to, like, cook his first meal for everyone.
Yeah,
and it's be like,
real interesting.
Yo, dude, you ain't a good shit. This shit sucks. This is gross. I mean, again, pirates, I don't know what their level of, you know, expectation is in terms of meals on their ships, but still,
Probably
like,
not very high.
he's still going to probably get exposed. Hey, he might be a fantastic chef. Who knows?
I mean...
but he's working with a lovely lady who is kind of taking advantage of him a little bit. But what was her name? Max. She is making deals on the side while he's kind of like partnering up with her because he's in possession of the missing page. That whole, like, this dude is going to be really interesting, I feel like, because he already feels like a very kind of clever person, being able to kind of wiggle his way through things.
A little bit.
Through one episode. We'll see how that continues and see what his luck looks like in the future.
Or if it runs out.
Yeah. We met Eleanor, who is, she says fuck a lot.
I like her.
Already. Within one episode. There's
We're
just
besties.
a lot of bombs in there, which is a lot of fun. And I think she's going to be really interesting. Because her dad's now dead, which is kind of a big situation. They're the ones who are running the whole thing and the trade and all that stuff. And seeing her relationship, and like, she let Flint go and it was proposed to her to not let Flint continue and this and that, and she's like, no, we're gonna give him the money, we're gonna do this, let's see what happens. So again, she seems real fun too. She's just very interesting and just no nonsense. She'll just walk up to pirates and just sock them in the face. I mean, she gets hit back, but still, the fact that she's got the guts to go do that, I think that's pretty dope. And she just talks shit.
I would kind of think that she would expect to get, you know, because they didn't really have like a respect for women type of thing.
Yeah,
so
I mean, they're pirates. I don't think they respect anyone.
She would expect to get.
Yeah. And the pirate that hit her was Vane, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Vane.
guy.
That guy.
With his cheekbones and shit.
He thinks he's the big deal. He thinks he's the big dog. I feel like he's going to be kind of like the protagonist here. He's going to be one who's kind of causing problems and trying to, like, be a thorn in everyone's side while he tries to pump himself up and be like the big bad leader, captain dude of, like, he wants to be top dog. Again,
these are a lot of predictions, sir.
Yeah, it's just based off of what we've seen so far. It seems like he also has long-term goals, but unlike Singleton, I feel like he so far seems like, obviously one episode in, there's really no basis on what I'm talking about. It's just how I feel. It feels like he's a little more strategic about how he's going to move his position.
He just seems shady.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, he's not, I don't feel like he's as aggressive as Singleton was about I want to take over. Like, this dude just kind of...
I feel like Singleton was very simple about how he went about things. There was no skill involved. He was just like violence.
Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of feeling about Vane. That he feels a little more calculated. He seems like he's already a little bit just... Even that one interaction with Eleanor. Eleanor. That he seems like a little more calculated about how he's going to go about executing his grand plan. But again, we'll see where that goes and see how he approaches things. But first episode, 1 in. I think the foundation is really strong. The characters are fairly interesting to this point. I want to see kind of where it goes. And obviously, I'm excited for this because new show, new series. Very different kind of in terms of what we've never watched anything obviously pirate related.
No.
But it feels like it's a little bit different visually already. Like that first episode was pretty beautiful, just out in the sea, and just like the ships are awesome, and just the fighting seemed cool. There was explosions and shit, and sword fights, which is always great. So, any other thoughts before we jump into this episode? Let's go.
When my father still lived here, this place was a fucking mess. Wonder if he didn't notice everyone living like animals, or if he just didn't care.
Why all this talk of your father?
Man of war was spotted yesterday, Royal Navy. What if Scott is downstairs right now, waiting to give me the news? British are back.
Perhaps you can buy this place. Our son would need an inn. Max could be your partner. There is no finer host in the world.
How will Mr. Noonan feel when he hears of this plan?
I think maybe soon what Mr. Noonan fears will be of no concern to me.
I like this idea that Flint sees that their way of life is getting shut down a little bit and wants this prize that he sees as the way of changing things.
Rum and snacks regional! Do we really think it is a good idea to open up depleted reserves and start spending money we haven't earned yet? Money we haven't earned!
And that's why you don't tell a group of pirates what the potential is.
Jesus, what did I do?
Yeah.
You shouldn't steal. That's what happens.
Oh, damn. He's just fucking sitting there.
I'm hungry.
Okay.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
I mean, he is the chef.
You mustn't steal.
Oh, they're peeing on him. All right.
Schedule's here on the island. Whoever stole it came back to read the log. Find out exactly what it was they had. Someone on that deck out there is our thief.
The cook. I found him hiding in the armory, standing over a dead body.
Did you search him?
Where are you gonna go, buddy? Where are you gonna... Oh, okay. Really? Really?
Where the fuck is he going?
Man overboard! Oh!
Oh, belly flop!
Not very gracious there on his...
Graceful.
Graceful,
Yeah.
that's what I meant.
You walked away from me last night and did something very foolish to a man whose temper you can no longer afford to provoke.
He moved on, Flint. I responded.
And what did that accomplish?
It made me feel better.
You can never forget who these men are. They are not our friends. They are not our subjects. They want your father's business. That is the only reason we do not find their knives at our throats. Tell me you understand.
I like him.
Seems like a good person to kind
trust.
of, yeah, to kind of have on your side and help you evaluate and see things.
Yeah.
It seems that Captain Flint has for weeks been chasing a piece of information that would enable the bearer to know the precise whereabouts of the Spanish treasure galleon, Urca de Lima.
And you know this how?
Because the thief who stole it from him has offered to sell it to me. He's asking 5,000 pesos for a chance at 5 million.
You'd empty our reserves to purchase what? Scrap of paper someone told you may be worth something.
They have no reason to lie to me.
They have 5,000 reasons to lie to you. Please tell me I don't need to explain further.
Well, I doubt the crew will share your sentiments with what they stand to gain, unless you have a score of your own to present. Or are we to sit here patiently, waiting for Eleanor Guthrie to arrive? Remind me, how many leads have the Guthries brought us since you two had your falling out? Please tell me I don't have to explain further.
Ooh, dang. Do that shit right back at him. I mean, I might be a little skeptical, too.
He thought that Flint was the only one standing in the way of his being crowned king. He thought wrong.
Can you point me to the blacksmith? Point to the butcher. I need a new shirt.
Trying to get his face out there or what, man?
Anybody know where to cook with?
Oh, that way.
He's smart. See?
Flint's onto me.
And so you come here? What if you were followed?
No, I was careful.
Careful, you just told me you've been cut.
Well, that's true.
You fucked me.
There is no need to panic. We can still make the deal and...
And then what? How long before Flint discovers I had a part in this? When a man is being fucked, he wants to know whose cock was in him.
Damn.
By that time, these two cocks will be in a boat halfway to Port Royal.
Port Royal?
After I get payment, we meet at the boat in the cove and leave tonight. Unless there's something else keeping you here.
There is.
A little bit.
Unnoticed, my crew hasn't been given the same kind of information from you. Others currently do receive. I believe it to be personal, and I'd like to put an end to it.
The idea that I would withhold valuable leads for personal reasons is fucking absurd. I stopped providing you with intelligence because I don't like the way you run your shit. Women are undisciplined, unruly. For as much money as they bring in, they cause twice as much damage. I know that last night, you killed a member of a crew that has value to me in order to depose a captain that has value to me. You wish to be rewarded for it.
Flint's so weak, he needed protection from you, and I'm the poor investment.
Where I sit, you coming here means one of two things. Either you're under the illusion that with Flint gone, I have no other choice than to give you what you want, or you think because you and I used to fuck, you can cross me without any consequences.
Got him.
Dude.
I'm not sure which of the two is more stupid.
Dude, she is no nonsense.
And gorgeous.
Careful, Eleanor.
Fuck you, Charles.
Oh. Charles, huh?
Charles.
Charles Vane.
I hate to like keep bringing it up because it's not the same thing, but her jawline reminds me so much of Miss Swan from...
Yes.
I love pirates. They're so funny.
You did the right thing. Singleton wasn't a thief. Flint baited him into that fight, then he killed him. Singleton was no saint. The point is I lied to my own crew to protect the captain.
You lied to protect the crew. You saw the Scarborough, mate. You know what's coming. We can't thieve forever.
Flint said we need a king. Is that what you think?
I think we need something. 5 million pieces is a good place to start.
Rest assured, young lady, the quality is quite good. 200 pieces of 8 at any clearinghouse in the civilized colonies.
Sure I can't suck your cock while you do that? Sing you a song? Something worth paying money for?
This is fun.
Once news spreads of Mr. Guthrie's arrest, our operation here will no longer be viable. No legitimate port will have us. These ships that take your cargo to market, if they are not impounded already, will be on their way back to Boston. Captain, we are finished here.
Under normal circumstances, I'd agree with you. Let me tell you a story about a Spaniard named Vasquez.
Now, shall we discuss delivery?
The Rex, at sundown. Once he sees the pouch with the seal unbroken, he will hand over the page.
You.
Is there a problem, Captain?
She doesn't have your page. Flint does. He killed Singleton, took it off his body.
My partner has the page.
You really want to keep pushing this? Playing me for a fool?
You are mistaken.
Get the fuck off!
Shit.
Tell me the truth. Page is gone. Don't fucking lie to me!
She isn't lying, Charles. Flint is. He lost the page. He makes Singleton the thief and kills him to prevent counter-argument. Putting a tidy end to his mutiny in the process.
Yeah, we stop!
Damn, bro.
Fuck us out of our money and then hide behind Eleanor. You think I'm that fucking pathetic?
Unless Mr. Singleton rose from the grave to eavesdrop on us, it would appear she's telling the truth.
If he's wrong about this, he'll answer to our crew. If you're lying, you'll answer to me.
This is intense. There's a lot of shit at stake here.
Yeah.
That's correct.
You're talking about a floating castle. No one has ever taken a treasure galleon like that as a prize.
Let me worry about hunting. It's what comes after, for which I'll need your help.
After? Why return at all to Nassau? With money like that and my father out of business, why not run?
It's coming our way. Can't be outrun. But with the money I stripped from the hulk, we could add 50 guns to the fort. We could build ships to defend our shores and train new men to sail them. We could work the land.
See?
Grow crops and raise cattle.
Think big.
Then whoever arrives on our
Long-term
shores
goals.
first, be it England or Spain, will be in for a most unwelcome surprise.
He's trying to make a home.
He's trying to make like an empire.
Turning pirates into farmers and soldiers, or fighting a war against Whitehall from a sliver in the Atlantic. Doubt Captain Flint does not begin to describe how I am feeling.
I love this guy.
They're not animals, Mr. Scott. They're men starved of hope. Give that back to them. Who's to say what could happen?
Why do this? Why here?
Odysseus, on his journey home to Ithaca, is visited by a ghost. The ghost tells him that once he reaches his home, once he slays all his enemies and sets his house in order, he must do one last thing before he can rest. The ghost tells him to pick up an oar and walk inland until somebody mistakes that oar for a shovel. For that would be the place that no man had ever been troubled by the sea.
Like it.
And that's where he'd find peace. In the end, that's all I want.
You could tell Flint's highly educated for this world.
Weird.
And he has read a lot.
You and I have a decision to make, and it must be made right now.
Max, I need you to give me the schedule. Flint needs that page. The money he can get from his prize, it can give this place a future, can give us a future here.
If the page isn't delivered to Vane, he will kill me.
I can protect you. Scott can protect you. You have to trust me.
I have a boat waiting. I will have enough money for us to start new.
But I can't leave here.
Why not?
I've spent my life trying to build something here. It's all I have. I can't just walk away.
It is not all you have. I don't know, this place is just sand. I will never, ever leave you. I love you.
Aww.
Miss Guthrie.
You brought them here?
This is gonna be rough.
Yeah, this is awkward.
Come with me. Right now, we can be free of this place. We can have a life. And we can start this very minute. All you have to do is say yes. Set us both free.
This is her home.
Come in.
Damn, that's like a heartbreak right there.
Yeah, it is. That sucks, but I mean, they're
Max,
both
I need you
upset
to
about
tell me
it.
where the page is.
This doesn't have to go badly.
I want her to say that she will sit there and watch as you beat the answer out of me to save this place. Say it. The Rex at sundown.
I mean, you know she didn't want to have to do that.
Right.
Max, please.
Get the fuck out.
Max wants to leave.
I can protect you.
Get the fuck out!
Max wants to leave. This is how she can leave. Eleanor doesn't want to leave. Eleanor wants to build up her home. So, in order to not get a beating, Max has to... That's...
I mean,
Max just wants to go. She doesn't want to stay there. She doesn't want to do this.
But it basically felt like a lose-lose situation for both of them.
Absolutely.
Neither one of them are gonna get everything that they want.
No, and they both have different ideals of how their life is gonna go.
The pulse. He says, you give me the pulse.
No, I want him out of here.
And now you can hear me! You want your money, you show your fucking face! That's the only way this gets done!
It's probably the smart move.
Friend out there has all the leverage in this particular situation, but it doesn't change the fact that unless we give this fellow the...
Dude.
Oh no.
This dude's a dick.
Honestly.
Now, come out here and face me, or these pearls go back where they belong! He said you could be the pearls.
Dude, you send a... Come on, bro.
Everybody wants... You can't kill everyone. I like the music. How the fuck do you run on rock in the dark?
Very carefully.
Ah!
Moonlight's providing enough.
Sure thing. I couldn't see shit.
This John Silver is a slippery dude.
Don't get all happy yet, dude. You're not out of the woods.
No way.
What?
I thought he was gonna burn it.
I think he's gonna memorize it and then... Oh, no. Don't do it, though. Because why else would you pull it out right next to the fire and fucking read it? You're joking. You can't. You cannot. How are you gonna memorize all that shit? No, no, no. See, look, he's fucking trying to memorize it right now. Don't fucking do it, man.
Well, it was lucky he fell in water. That was scary as hell.
That was fucking terrifying.
The fuck?
Oh no, the pearls!
Oh, damn, dude.
Where's the page? You're looking at it. I couldn't be certain I would escape, so I took drastic measures. For the sake of my survival.
He increased his leverage.
Your schedule is up here.
He's smart. I mean, that's dangerous and risky, but it's also very smart. Because now he
how
can't
are you gonna fucking remember all that shit? That was a lot of shit on that page.
There was. But at the same time, you kind of take that risk, and now he can't just be killed and have it taken off of his dead body. They gotta extract it from his brain, which...
Yeah. It's inside the computer?
It's in the computer.
I know you don't approve of this, but I need to do this. Please, stay with me.
All right.
Yeah, you know he will.
He's a good person.
He's got her back. Like I said before, he's a really, really good person to have with you. Because he's kind of like a protector, but he's also kind of like...
A friend.
Right, but he's also not afraid to like speak the truth about the situation.
You know, yeah.
Like he'll give you the facts that you can't see, but then support your decision.
Yeah. This feels very haunted sounds.
Take off your boots. I'll boil some water.
Is that his home?
Interesting.
I like where this is going.
Okay. Yeah, I feel bad for Max.
Yeah, Max was just in a... She was in a really horrible position because she kind of made assumptions that Eleanor would be down for the plan and go through with it and then leave with her because, you know, they do have a special connection. They, you know, they are really close and, you know...
There's a love there.
Max let it out and was like, I love you, come with me. But Eleanor has this bigger, grander goal and plan for her home. Like, that's her place. That's...
Yeah.
So, like, again...
Max wants to be a free spirit and, like, you know, go off and, like, leave and...
It was a tough situation because it felt like regardless of what Max decided, she was going to be upset and heartbroken by the decision. Whether she ran off with Max to go do that and abandon everything that she had done there, or if she made the decision that she did, she was going to hurt Max and then Max was going to end up leaving.
I mean, either way, it looks very selfish.
I mean, it's hard.
Depending on who you talk to.
There was no right decision there for her. Like, she wasn't going to be able to... Both things weren't going to play out. Because if she flipped it on Max, it was like, no, you stay, I'll protect... Like, that's, again, being kind of selfish and asking Max to put her dreams and her goals aside to be stuck doing what she's doing, which, you know, it is what it is. And you know that that's not where she wants to be. That's not what she wants to be doing.
No.
But, yeah, that's tough. Just... Dude, this John Silver dude... kind of impressed me this episode. Like, that's a really dangerous and risky move to try to, like, I couldn't pull that off. I couldn't read a page with all that shit happening around me with that panic, being able to read that page and then have it, like, I couldn't even memorize Nikki's notes right now. Like, that's a really ballsy move, but at the same time, it's really smart because it makes you the prize, not a sheet of paper. They couldn't just kill you, eliminate you, and take that, so now...
But can you be trusted?
Can you deliver?
That's also true.
That's the thing. Like, can you actually... And the more time that passes, the more likely you're going to lose information that's in your brain. Can he actually retain that information, get it written down or transcribed or verbalized to someone else to have written down, and actually have it work? Can it actually lead them to where they need to go? I mean, I guess that's a risk that you have to take at this point, because you can't eliminate... If you eliminate him, then you know for sure that you're done.
Yeah.
Unless you do what Flint mentioned in that first episode, try to have someone who's familiar with it, try to just come up with and kind of guess what the schedule was, but that's even more of a wild card. But yeah, John Silver's, he's his way of handling things is kind of funny, because it feels like he's totally going to get busted and caught, and it's like, this dude's not going to, it's not going to work. And then it ends up playing into his favor. He does a good job. Yeah. So yeah, like, well done. he's highly, like, this show is highly entertaining.
Yes.
Because the pirate life, the individuals, the characters, there's always fun, just members of pirate crews, and it's just, there's a lot of laughing, and there's just a lot of goofiness within, because they're all drunk.
Well, and they lead very simple lives.
Yeah, it's very entertaining, and I like the overall idea. It's like Flint is almost like a romantic in terms of his mindset for what he wants. Mm-hmm. He has this big, grand plan and idea that he wants the pirate way of life to be a certain thing, and he wants to build it up and essentially create like a pirate empire with a king and like armies and farms and just everything that you need to thrive in life. Yeah.
Since, is that his woman, his wife?
That's my assumption at the end there. But the idea that you're going to get all these separate crews with all these different captains to come together, it seems like a really kind of big stretch.
Yeah.
Especially because, again, they're pirates. They're all thriving for, like, greed and money and being on top and leading and their crew being the best. Like, the idea that someone could bring them all together, that's a big ask. And just considering that the world is growing and this idea of what the pirate way of life is disappearing, Flint wants to change that. And it's kind of just like, oh, that's
kind of nice.
That's crazy. Like, that's a big, that's a really big. He's
thinking about everybody.
Yeah, he is. And they don't see that.
His main is himself. And
of course.
His main, you know.
But he wants to keep the pirate way alive and have his people and everyone flourish and not get eliminated. And I think that's pretty interesting, because it doesn't feel like anyone else that we've encountered to this point even has the ability to think that far ahead,
right,
and be like, yo, the world is growing around us and they're eliminating us. We need to do something about it. We can't just constantly be out there stealing and robbing folks.
Gotta get a new career path.
Yeah. We need some security and some stability in our career.
Right.
Long-term benefits.
Retirement.
Yes, absolutely. So I think that's really, really cool. And just, he's so unique in this world that, like, I haven't really encountered anyone quite like that within the pirate world before. I think it's pretty cool. And he's a very intriguing character, and that last scene was kind of interesting to see him come home. I assume that's his home, to his wife. So, yeah, I think it's a really interesting start. I really like the foundation. Again, Flint seems to be like kind of the most interesting character, because we still don't really know much about him, and he's at this moment the most important person in the show. Because he's the key to this whole world and expansion and safety and security and, you know, all the riches. And I want to see the Hulk. I want to see this ship. Like, they keep talking about this massive prize and, like, this is untouchable, and it's got, like...
Well, they were talking also about, like, the floating,
yeah,
like, castle.
Yeah.
I want to, yeah.
It sounds incredible. And just like how do they even, because these pirate crews aren't huge. He's going to have to be able to recruit people that he can trust, and you can't trust anyone.
No, you can't trust
these
guys. You can't trust these fools for nothing.
You're not showing up to a ship called the Hulk with one ship and one crew and expecting to, win. So it's going to be really interesting to see. Like, even Flint was like, leave it to me. Like, I'll do the hunting. I'm like, all right, this dude's smart. We'll see what kind of plan he's got. So, through 2 episodes, I'm enjoying it. Yeah. I think it's fun. I like this world that we're building here. And, we've got some characters. And what's that dude, Zane? Zane?
Charles Vane.
Charles Vane. Like, he looks like a Charles Vane.
He does look like Charles
Totally.
Vane.
That, like, fits perfectly. Like, this dude's a huge dick. And he's just, I don't know. He's very aggressive.
That's what she said.
And, well, hopefully that's what she said. But, like, this dude is like the wild card at this point because he wants to be top dog. He doesn't want Flint to do what he's doing. He doesn't want anything else to be above him. He wants to be the top. And like he tried to
be the king.
Yeah, he was like trying to sweet talk Eleanor, and she's like, "Fuck you, bitch. I know what you're doing. Screw you. Get out of here. I don't like the way you do business." And she's just shut that shit down and kind of just
you guys cause more damage than the hauls that you bring.
Yeah. Like she is a no nonsense woman, and she's highly entertaining. But at the same time, she's dealing with some shit herself. So really interested to see where this goes. Yep. Any other thoughts on episode 2?
No.
All right, y'all. Leave your comments down below. We will see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.